because he bruised the knee. It was it may have been the other knee, but he missed 3 days, and he came back a little bit yesterday. But, he just got to play his way through it and start playing.
What is the goal of the Blue White Scrimmage? What do you hope to see and find out about your team?
Just want him to get out in front of people and see who plays well in front of people. But other than that.
So you're still trying to figure out kind of who plays with who in the rotation?
No real rotation yet, but we'll split the teams, and then we'll also play with the 3 guards. So I may change teams as we go, just to, we'll all get a look at stuff, but probably do that.
Coach said that Willis has been shooting really well, and Derek said he's changed his shot a little bit, trying to stop leaning into it, and also said he shot it well. What have you seen from him?
Well, when he lets it go, you think it's going in now. Now he's just, again, a lot of times when you're trying to get back on the floor and get your feet underneath you, don't do 1,000 things. I know I'm going to be doing these 2 or 3 things, and that's all I'm telling him. Shoot the ball, 1 dribble pull-ups, defend and rebound, block some shots, fly up and down the court. Don't show us your whole repertoire of your game. We just do those, build from there to expand your game. So he's been doing fine, though.
Can you tell if Derek's confidence is better than it's been the last couple of years?
He is. He's mature. He's, part of this is not just as a basketball player. It's just growing as a person, knowing who you are and what you're about, and he's been great.
A few more weeks into practice, what's the biggest area of improvement that you've seen?
Well, there's 2 things that this team, if we want to be serious about where we're going with this, got to fight. Fight doesn't mean punch and swing and grab. Fight means 50-50 balls. Fight means you're not afraid to dive on the floor, do extra things, take charges, full rotations. You just fight. The other thing about fight is before you catch the ball, you're in a fight. Before the man you're guarding catches the ball, you begin to play. That's fight. We don't know that yet. The other thing is you got to value possessions. In other words, shot selection, turnover, assist-to-turnover ratio, valuing each possession. So it doesn't matter what we run, just value the possession. It doesn't matter how we're defending, just fight. Fight on both ends of the ball, and let's value possessions, and then we'll be okay. That's all we're working on right now.
So the freshmen getting that slowly but surely?
Slowly.
Is that where Alex coming all the way back is so
Yes.
important to you?
Yes. Yes, lead the nation in rebounding. Just be a beast. All the other stuff will come in time. Lead the nation in rebounding. Focus on one thing. Let's get that down. Build your confidence in yourself, in your body. Through that, you can do that. And then let's begin to rebuild the rest of the stuff.
In the same way, do you give each guy kind of 1 or 2 things that they need to focus on?
Yeah, I do. Then I tell them, you do that, you're not going to be playing much when they do the other stuff. I said, do these 3. Now, where did that come from? That brings you over to the bench. So, yeah.
What about Scout? How do you say he can improve throughout this process?
He's done good. He still has to fight more, has to go get tough rebounds, block more shots, be more, react on offense and defense quicker, think and see and be ready before. Again, a lot of stuff that he's done has not been based on that. So this is all new, but he's good.
And who's the guy you've had who was pretty good in practice, but when he got out in front of people, he really just turned it on?
We've had, I don't know. Over the years, I've done this so long, I can't remember back to guys I would say, but I have had some that look really good in practice, and then get in front of people when they smell popcorn, and then they don't play as well. I mean, but I would say that you have gamers. If you're going to be any good, you got to have 1 or 2 game guys. In other words, when the game's on the line, they want to make the play. It doesn't mean they have to. It means they're not afraid to miss the game-winning shot. And I think we have a couple of those on this team. But you got to, let's get in the game and let's see who takes the shot when it really matters. You don't make them all. If you remember Brandon Knight, he missed 4 or 5 before we made our run at the end of the year in the tournament, where he made every game-winning shot, which put us into the Final Four.
How important are these as a live scrimmage for those guys as you're looking for those last 5, 6, 7, whatever spots in the rotation?
I watch the tape, you know, it's developed. It's not one game. I would imagine we'll have some minds racing, and it's good for them to see themselves, you know. Hopefully we don't have a lot of cramping up, which is what happened with the combine, but we'll see.
Are you starting to figure out, you talked about with Isaac, that he's obviously shown offensively he needs to be on the floor for you. Have you figured out some way that you can?
Crazy thing is we scrimmaged Saturday at 8 rebounds. He led us in rebounding. Had another guy call me today and just say, you got to figure out how to get him on the floor some. And I agree with that. And part of it is he's 17 years old. His muscles aren't defined yet. He's really trying. He has some good things he's been taught, and there's other things that he's got to be trained in. But great kid, you know, gives you a skilled 7-footer.
Without a trip this year, has this preseason sort of flown by for you?
Thank goodness we started on October 2nd. Could you imagine if we had started on the 13th, 14th, or 15th like we normally do? And then after 5 or 6 days, I say, I don't like this. Let's change, which is what I've done. And we're going to go another direction. That meant we'd have had 4 days before we play on national television. Oh, my gosh. So having us start when we did for our program where we are with all new young guys, the most inexperienced team in the country, with the #1 non-conference schedule in the country, we need some time. And so the more we can throw at them in game situations, like some teams would say we need scrimmage more than an exhibition game against a team we can beat. We need just games in front of people. That's what we need.
What did you not like and what did you change?
I didn't like how we were playing offensively and then trying the 3 guards, which threw that in and threw some dribble drive stuff in. I keep telling them we want to be random yet organized. We want to be random yet organized. That's basically saying know how to play, not run plays. Now, you know, there's pick and rolls, there's handoffs, there's down screens, there's back. I mean, but we're trying to teach them. And again, as having a young team, I'm looking at them saying, is that the best way to play for this group? Wouldn't have been for last year's group, but for this group it might be.
Is this an ideal dribble drive type of?
Could be. Could be. If we're really good at it, we will be playing against a lot of zone. If we're really good at it, they just say, forget it, I'm not trying, can't put a hand on a guy, can't put a forearm on a guy, and they just keep coming at you, now go zone. Then we better have a good zone offense and a good zone team.
You talked about wanting to be able to play small ball, but with 6'10" guys, have you figured out a way to do that yet?
Not when you have Tyler Eulis. That's playing small ball with small players. I think that eventually we'll have one of those teams at some point, and you all look and say it's exactly what his mindset was, this team. Look how big and long this team is. And this kid's maybe 6'3" or 6'4", but he plays 6'7". You know, size is all relative. You know, somebody can be 6'10" and play 6'4". Somebody else could be 6'9" and play 7'5".
Is that what you need Marcus Lee to do?
Just has to be really consistent in what he does and just keep defining who he is as a player. You know, he's got to be willing to take 12, 15-footers. You must. Just take it. And then if you don't have to make them all. You just can't miss them all. And my thing is get in the gym at night, and if that's a shot you have to shoot, you must shoot it. Then get in here and make it. Make your free throws. Block shots, rebound every ball. Fly up and down. Get us dunks around that goal. Be that energy guy. Let everybody look at him and here's how he's defined. It should never be, well, what is Marcus Lee? What is he? So he's doing it. He's been much better. He injured his ankle yesterday. I think he'll be all right tomorrow, but we played in the morning. He hurt himself.
Is this an unusual amount of bumps and bruises early on?
You know, funny thing is, we talked about it usually, and they've been like fluke, like the finger, Dom sting, you know, a couple ankles here and there. Usually, you know, we've been blessed enough to not have that. We've had, you know, Alex's thing is just, that's, you know, something that hadn't happened much around here. So hopefully the little dings and bruises, but it helped. One of the things is when Charles hurt his thumb, I went to 3 guards, and it gave me a chance to totally look at, all right, how will we play? What will it look like if we went this way?
So will you start with 3 guards tomorrow? Or
I don't know yet. I haven't made that decision yet.
Time for a few more, guys.
you excited about the pressure that comes with the Breeders' Cup turnout today?
I was going to go recruiting today, and everybody told me, you can't miss this. And I go, what is the big deal? You can't, you have to. I said, I got to go recruiting. You need, I said, can't somebody else just stick their hand in there and pull? You don't get this. I told a friend of mine, he said, Cal, this is worldwide stuff. Like, this is, I said, what do you, so I am going. I hope no one's mad at me when I pull out. I guess I pull out, do I pull out one at a time?
One at a time.
And if whoever's 14 is not happy with me?
That's a lot of pressure.
If I knew what I was doing, it would be pressure. Since I have no idea what it means, I don't know what 14 means. Like, don't pull a 14. What in the world does 14 mean? Is that inside or outside? It's outside. Wow. Yeah, we've been doing it. I've been messing around with my press that I used in my past years. And with some players, it looks good. There are a couple players I said, guys, if we press, you're not playing. So if we're pressing half a game, that's 20 minutes, you're not playing unless you figure out how to do this. So again, one of the things we have to do here is keep it real, be honest with these kids, and we move fast. I tell them the train's moving. You can be on the train or you're running from behind, and you better run real fast and grab because this train's moving. And it's how I've done it here. I mean, you've got to be alert. You got to be watching. There's not. Our practices move fast. The games are faster. So everything around here is moving.
One more.
So I'm guessing you don't have a Breeders' Cup pick for the race?
Where is that race run? I'm just kidding. I know it's at Keeneland. I don't, because I really don't know who's in it. And normally I would pick a horse of a friend of mine, and I may not have anybody because I think they would have called me and said, you're picking for it. So I don't even know who's in it. I do have tickets to the race, though. When is it?